Welcome to another episode of the Business Hive podcast. I'm Jess, here to spark actionable strategies and fun breakthroughs that unleash your business potential. This week, we're going to start with a hypothetical scenario. Imagine, if you will, a promising startup called Innovate X. In its early days, Innovate X chased every trendy growth hack, flashy social media campaign, viral challenge, and short lived discount promotion. Initially, the tactics resulted in bursts of new customer signups and temporary spikes in its website traffic. However, over time, InnovateX discovered that these quick fixes didn't translate into lasting customer relationships or sustainable revenue growth. Instead of building a solid foundation, the company found itself scrambling to patch up underlying issues, ultimately learning no amount of growth hacking could replace the power of robust business fundamentals. So, today we're going to dive into what truly moves the needle in business growth and how you can build lasting success. Let's begin with a breakdown of a few popular growth hacks that might seem promising at first, but often fall short when it comes to long term success. So, the first one is going to be viral social media campaigns. These tactics focus on creating a burst of engagement on your content. For example, a company might launch an Instagram or TikTok campaign featuring bright or highly produced visuals, right? The flashy stuff and the different transitions and all the different colors. And the campaign could generate a surge of likes and comments over a really short period of time. But without meaningful customer engagement, that initial excitement rarely, if ever, translates into long lasting relationships or even initial repeat or referral sales. So you're going to see that you're going to get a ton of excitement in the form of likes and comments, and you may even get shares, but translating it into long term relationships where people are purchasing and then purchasing again and then purchasing again is going to be low and limited. And referral sales may be completely non existent. So, those types of campaigns are great for awareness sake, and they are great to possibly build your audience, but to use them as a way of generating leads or generating sales, not such a great idea. Let's move on. Viral challenges. As with viral social campaigns, viral challenges are designed to capture momentary attention, okay? It encourages users to participate in branded challenges. So, if your business creates its own TikTok challenge and you urge users to post videos using a specific hashtag, right? While this might go viral for a few days and rack up big view numbers and some shares, it oftentimes will fizzle out before it can convert viewers into loyal customers. So, pro tip here, right? Challenges are a great marketing tactic for warm audiences, okay? Not your cold audiences. So, when you have a warm audience, an existing warm audience, people that already know who you are, they already trust you a bit, they already have expectations for you. This is a great audience to do challenges with. Challenge them to do something and report back. Have them share their experiences or their results with their audiences to help you grow your own awareness. But again, you want to focus on warm audiences, not cold ones. The next one is short lived discount promotions. Now, these promotions are like a 24-hour flash sale or deep discounts for the next 60 minutes. This can drive a temporary spike in sales, but customers that are attracted by these types of offers are often bargain hunters, and these types of folks are not often inclined to become repeat buyers once the discount ends. So the quick influx of sales that you receive doesn't necessarily build the kind of customer loyalty that fuels sustainable growth. This is especially true, again, if you're trying to sell to a cold audience. So if you want to do these type of short-lived discount promotions, do it with your warm audience or do it with your hot audience, people that have already purchased from you and who you want to purchase again. These type of discounts are great as loyalty discounts for existing clients or existing customers. The next one that I wanted to talk to you about was aggressive acquisition only tactics. Now, this approach focuses solely on rapidly increasing customer numbers, often measured by metrics like likes or website visits or ad impressions, without investing equally in customer retention. For instance, a startup might pour resources into social ad campaigns that bring in a wave of new customers, right? New users. But without a solid onboarding process or strategies to retain these customers, the business will end up with a high churn rate, which means people will sign up, but they won't re up. Okay. They'll use the service once, but won't continue to come back. So be careful how you get your clients, how you acquire your customers, because you want to make sure that you are acquiring customers that won't just buy the first time, but will be apt to continue using your service, your product, your program, etc. And then the last one that I wanted to discuss is reactive trend based hacks. Okay. So these hacks involve quickly jumping on the latest trend or meme to capture public attention. For example, you might produce content that riffs on a trending hashtag without ensuring that the messaging aligns with your core identity. This can sometimes generate buzz and quick engagement, but it also risks you coming off as inauthentic and may not contribute to a consistent long term narrative for the brand. So, when you are creating your content and you want to jump on the latest trend or the latest cool thing that folks are doing on the TikTok or the Instagram, just keep in mind if it does not coincide with the values and the brand that you have created, either pivot, meaning do a version of it, or don't do it at all. Whoever it attracts may or may not be in your demographic. And again, if it is a one time purchase, that's not helping your bottom line in 6 months. So just be very cautious when going after these trends. On top of everything, sometimes these trends can be a little cringy, okay? And you don't want to come across as that company that looks like it's trying way, way too hard. In each case, these tactics offer a quick boost, but without a solid foundation to support sustained growth, they're more like temporary band aids than lasting solutions. So, why exactly don't growth hacks save you in the long run? It's simple. They're like putting a fresh coat of paint on a crumbling building. At first glance, the results may look promising, and a temporary spike in numbers or a surge in interest makes you feel real good. But if the underlying structure isn't solid, that shiny quickly fades. Let's start with some fundamentals. Real sustainable growth starts with a deep understanding of your customers. It means ensuring that your product or your service solves a genuine problem and fits perfectly with the needs of your market. Rather than chasing every trendy tactic, focus on creating something your customers not only love, but depend on. Another cornerstone is the importance of robust systems and processes. Growth hacks are often reactive. They respond to a momentary trend or opportunity. However, without scalable systems in place, any sudden influx of customers can overwhelm your operations. Think of it like planting a tree. If you don't nurture the roots first, the tree won't stand strong over time. Even the most brilliant marketing tactics can falter if your internal processes are disorganized or if the team that you've set up around this isn't aligned with your long term vision. So it's imperative that you work to transform short term wins into lasting success. And many companies, they fall into this trap of focusing solely on customer acquisition through these aggressive marketing tactics, only to later struggle with retention and customer satisfaction. That's a key element. Retaining your clients and keeping them satisfied is the other part that nobody ever talks about. We always focus on leads. We need to get more leads. We need to get more sales. But that's only a percentage. Probably about 25% of your business is going to be getting new leads and new sales. The rest of your time needs to be focused on keeping your current customers satisfied so that you can retain them and so that they can refer you. The secret lies in shifting your mindset from simply acquiring customers to building trust and nurturing these long term relationships. You have heard me say that for several weeks now, and I will continue to say it. Business is about relationships, it is not about gimme, gimme, gimme. And on top of all of that, it's important to track metrics that matter, such as customer lifetime value or retention rates, or your CSAT scores, which is customer satisfaction scores. This is more important than being sidetracked by vanity metrics like fleeting website visitors or social media likes. Now, I don't want you to feel down about it if your focus has been on these types of vanity metrics in the past. I can't tell you how many large companies I've worked for that not only didn't know their customer lifetime value, they didn't even know what that was. Scary and sad, people. Scary and sad. Either way, now that you know that you should be focusing on these types of value metrics, you can begin to calculate your real KPIs and make the necessary adjustments. So let's turn these insights into actionable steps you can apply to your business immediately. Because you know me, I'm all about the yeah, and so what does this mean to me? First, take a step back and evaluate your company's core fundamentals. I want you to ask yourself, is your value proposition crystal clear? Really, are you truly addressing a significant need for your customers? Because if not, it might be time to refine your offerings rather than chasing the latest viral trend. Next, I want you to map out the entire customer journey from the first interaction with your brand to post purchase support. Identify gaps or weak spots in the experience where you could make improvements. This might involve enhancing onboarding processes or upgrading your customer service or even personalizing your communication strategy. Finally, I want you to examine your internal operations. Are your processes scalable? Is your team well equipped and aligned to handle growth? If an influx of customers came into your business, an extra 20 new clients, 100 new clients, 5,000 new students, can you handle all the requests without customers noticing? Consider streamlining your operations and implementing automation. I cannot stress how important automation is in a business, especially a small business where you're a one or two person team. The goal is to ensure that when growth does occur, and it's going to occur, okay? Growth is coming for you. Your business needs to be fully prepared. to support it sustainably. Sustainably, without driving you crazy, without you going off the deep end. Now is the time to prepare for the masses before they get there. Before we wrap up today's episode, I wanted to take a quick moment to summarize the key takeaways. While quick fixes can provide a temporary boost, they simply can't replace a robust, sustainable business model. And what truly matters is investing in the core elements of your business, developing a deep understanding of your customers, and building scalable, automated systems. I need you to focus on long term strategies and not short term gains. Instead of getting distracted by all these vanity metrics that kind of just make you feel good on the inside, I want you to concentrate on initiatives that add enduring value. Pay attention to the metrics that really matter. Again, like customer lifetime value and retention rates. Now, I invite you to reflect on one area of your business. I just want you to think about one area. As I've been talking this whole time, I'm sure some things have popped into your head, but I want you to take one. What's one area that could benefit from a foundational upgrade? I want you to identify that one thing that you can improve this week that's going to set your business up for sustained success. I really hope you found my deep dive into sustainable growth insightful and actionable. Remember, while quick growth hacks might be a temporary boost, it's the fundamentals, the very core of your business that truly move the needle. Thank you so much for joining me today. Until next week, stay curious, stay consistent, and do it afraid.